It's roomy.
Mind if we record this?
Can we record this?
You can do whatever you like.
Okay. He said, yeah.
My name is Leonard.
Hello, Leonard. My name is Valerie.
And my name is Charles.
Look at that.
Nice to meet you both. So yeah, you found your seat controls. Your mirror controls are right there on the left if you need to make any adjustments to the left of your steering wheel.
Okay.
Your mirror controls there.
Be fine.
This is roomy. I like this to be a small vehicle.
I'm 6'4", and I got my seat pretty far back.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't touching me whatsoever.
Yeah, it's much larger inside than people think that it is. So see, right now what it's doing, you can see that it's charging the battery because we haven't been driving this in a while because it charges itself through regenerative braking. So right now it's going to charge the battery. Once you start moving, it'll do it through regenerative braking. So I'm going to have you put your foot on the brake, and we'll put the foot on the brake, and now we're in gear. So you can see let you know on the instrumentation panel when the car is in gear. So now we're all good. That Verano just came through pretty hot.
Yeah, you seen that?
Yeah. Like you got people going through here and everything. It's like, the white Verano that just came in. Copy that. We may have to kind of let them know this is kind of a no-wake zone. All right, so once we get down here, we're going to hang a right.
Are we going to do a U-turn?
No, we're going to stay in the right-hand lane because we normally do a U-turn and go back up the north side, but all this traffic is starting to build up now.
Okay.
So we're going to change the route up just a little bit.
And you said this is the regular one.
This is the regular Prius, correct?
Okay.
And we're going to get in the right lane and just stay in this right lane here.
Okay. And what's the difference in the two?
Well, this is the regular Prius. The Prius V is about 6 inches longer, and it gives you over 50% more cargo space.
Okay.
So it's just a larger version of the Prius. And the fuel economy is a little bit different. This gets a combined 50 miles per gallon, where when you look at the Prius V, it gets a combined 42 miles per gallon. Exactly. Because now you have enough energy in your hybrid battery, and it's using electricity to drive the vehicle. We're going to take a right here. And then we're just going to shoot straight left and go down to the left here. So that's the thing. And this energy monitor that's in front of you on your display, and you can change that depending on what you want to see as far as your average fuel consumption, your trip meter, things like that. But it's showing what the car is doing, whether it's using the gas, whether it's using the electric motors, or sometimes it uses a combination of both. So it'll show you exactly what it's doing. So that way you know each and every time. Because you don't necessarily feel it when it's changing between gas or electricity, so that's a good way to be able to monitor, because people, what they do is the longer you can keep your gasoline engine off, the better your fuel economy is going to be. And this allows them to be able to kind of gauge how to drive their vehicle to maximize their fuel economy.
Okay.
And we're just going to keep following this all the way around. It's just going to take us up on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Smooth ride. Yeah.
It is. It's a very smooth ride. You know, there are a lot of misconceptions about hybrids. People think that they're slow, they don't have enough power, that they ride rough. The biggest one is that you have to plug it in, and they charge themselves through a process that they call regenerative braking. So you never have to worry about plugging it in. It charges itself up as it's driving.
Now the regenerative braking means that every time I brake,
and we're going to go to this right side of this. Every time you brake, every time you take your foot off the accelerator, it's going to capture that energy. We're going to stay on this outside lane because I know this truck is going to turn.
Yeah, it's going to make a wide one.
So we'll just
2 lanes.
let him do his thing. But every time you take your foot off the accelerator, even if the vehicle is coasting, that will charge your hybrid battery as well, as well as applying the brake. So that's one difference between a hybrid and an electric car. Like if you look at like a Volt or like a Nissan Leaf is a great example, because that has to be plugged in and charged, because it doesn't charge itself as it's driving. Hey Camry, just a heads up, be careful, because that truck is going to turn and it's going to probably take up both lanes.
Oh yeah.
Now this is odd.
Well, this whole instrumentation panel from the very beginning, how this comes down, it's a unique shape, you know, and it's very specific to the Prius. But it gives you everything within, we call it ergonomically. It makes it ergonomically friendly. We're going to turn to the right, and then we're going to get in the far left lane there. Yeah, they'll let us over. So, you know, by having this center console that comes out, it allows you to be able to easily reach everything that you need to reach, because everything is within, you know, a short arm's distance. So when they talk about ergonomics, are things we know clearly labeled? Are they close to the driver where you don't have to be stretching out, where you can still keep your hands on the wheel? So that when they talk about how ergonomically friendly a vehicle is, this vehicle will be very ergonomically friendly. You know, very easy to read, very clear. Everything you get touch screen, your voice command. You have voice commands. You have a touch screen navigation screen as well too. So really
this one does CDs. Does it have a hard drive?
Your CDs you load, and it's behind your navigation screen.
Wow.
And that's how you load your CDs there.
Wow.
And then you have your iPod connector that you can get. You have your iPod connector and your auxiliary connector. So when you plug in through a USB like an iPod, what it does is it integrates into the car's electronics. So you can use your touch screen to navigate through your playlist. You can also use your voice command as well too. So instead of fiddling with your iPod, you plug it in and use this. You also have what they call Bluetooth audio. So if you don't want to make a hard connection, just turn on your Bluetooth on your device, turn on Bluetooth audio here and sync it through Bluetooth, and then it'll still be able to connect without having to connect with a cord. And then you have your Bluetooth streaming that way as well too.
Now, this particular model here, what is the going price for it approximately, or?
The way that this one sits right now is about 33. I think 32,627 basically. But you have different levels of the Prius. You have a Prius that starts off level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. And each level, it just adds more trim or more options. So the base model, the level 2, starts off roughly right around 23. So this one, the way that it sits, is about 32, but this is a level 4. The level 5 maxed out with everything would be roughly around 35. And then when you go to the level 5, you add the radar-based cruise control, you add lane keep assist, you add the park assist, and so you're going to add more features with that level 5 as well too.
Now this is different.
The little window there, there, you know, and then even if you look through your rearview mirror in the back, how the hatchback has the glass that comes down below as well too. So, I mean, it's everything about the vehicle is different. You know, the Prius is very unique with the design, the instrumentation panel, and the way that it's designed. We really designed it a certain way. We're good with the green because it reduces your drag coefficient. So as far as the styling aspect, you know, it may not be as sleek as some of the other cars out there, but the way that it's designed, we really want to keep that drag coefficient low to maximize your performance and your fuel economy. So when you have a low drag coefficient, that means you're picking up less wind. That's why SUVs, they sit high, they're that boxy shape, so their drag coefficient would be much higher. So not only is the weight going to affect your fuel economy, but as you're driving down the road, you're pushing through the wind more. So that's why you see a lot of sports cars that sit very low to the ground, because it shoots the wind up and over the top. So that reduces your drag coefficient. So the styling is very specific. That's why they want to reduce that to maximize your fuel economy.
What about the warranty?
3 years, 36,000 bumper to bumper. It's a 10-year, 100,000 on your hybrid and all of its components. Yeah, we're gonna pull it right here behind the Sienna actually. And in some of the what they call the CARB states, it can be a 150,000 mile warranty, but everything's covered for 10 years, 100,000 miles. And then you have what they call Toyota Care. For 2 years, 25,000 miles, your oil changes, tire rotations, multi-point vehicle inspection, all your filter changes, that's all free for 2 years, 25,000 miles.
When you said what did you say, the CARB states, or?
Yeah, there are certain states that they have different like emission restrictions and emission laws. They call them CARB states. Like California would definitely be one. So those are states where their emissions are a little bit different, so they give you a longer warranty on your hybrid. But there was less than 2% of all of the hybrid batteries on the Prius have needed to be serviced or replaced, and the Prius has been out since 2000. There was an independent company that took a nickel metal hydride battery out of a Prius. They tested it up to 100,000 miles, and then they compared it to a brand new battery, and after 100,000 miles, it was almost identical to a brand new battery. So they basically, it'll last the lifetime of the vehicle is what they basically came up with.
So the batteries that are in these hybrids are different than the electric cars and the gas cars?
A lot of the electric cars now use a lithium ion. This is a nickel metal hydride. A lot of the electric cars, and even like a lot like power tools, Black & Decker, they use lithium ion for their rechargeables. She doesn't even know that we're coming behind the car because you can't hear it.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can't hear.
They're very, very quiet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now they use the lithium ion because they hold an electric charge longer. But again, you have to plug them in. That's why it's important to have it hold an electrical charge longer.
Okay, and I pulled that.
We'll pull in, yep.
I thought the little boy was walking back
and
over.
And then we'll pull all the way up to the front there.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate you explaining about this particular vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hybrid technology, it's been out for a while, but, you know, a lot of manufacturers, they all offer hybrids, and to put the vehicle in park, you just push that button.
What?
Put your car back in the park.
What? That's nice.
And it unlocks the doors?
Yep, doors are automatically unlocked.
What?
And then when you get out, when you want to lock the doors, because obviously you don't have a key, you have a push button start, so when you want to lock the doors, here. Some storage, so when you get out, when you want to lock the doors, you touch that right there, and that locks the doors.
Come up. Let him show you this. Look how you just did it.
Yeah, you touch that there. As long as the key fob is out of the car, that's where you touch, and that'll automatically lock your doors. And when you walk up, once you get to within 3 feet of the vehicle, your door's prepared to unlock. You stick your hand behind the handle, and your door's automatically unlocked. So you never got to take your key fob out of your pocket. You can keep it in your purse all day long. You can get into your living room and everything.
Do you set this to each driver? Does it have like driver 1, driver 2?
This doesn't have the memory seating, but on, I believe, the Prius PHV that's coming out, I think they're going to add memory seats to that, but the regular Prius doesn't have memory seats because it doesn't have power seats.
That's what he said.
And the reason they don't have power seats on this because because it's a hybrid, they don't want to drain that battery with all these other electrical accessories. But on the new Prius PHV, the one that plugs in, that has a power seat available.
Now let me ask you one other question. Now when you said you just walk up and stick your hand behind here, now what about if it was somebody else that walked up and stuck their hand on there? Would it?
Well, as long as the key fob is within that 3 feet, the car is going to identify with the key fob and it's going to prepare to unlock. So if you're by your car and you have your key fob, anybody that sticks their hand behind that handle, the car is going to unlock. But you have to have your key fob within that 3 foot proximity. Other than that, it won't do it. And then the key fob has to be inside of the car for it to start. So if you don't have your key fob inside of the vehicle, because there are sensors inside that pick up on the signal that your fob gives off, so if that key fob isn't inside, it's still not going to start.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
You got it. All right, thank you guys for coming out.
Okay.
And you guys are going to head up to the single tent there, and that's where they have the exit survey and hats for you.
Okay. Thank you.
That's one, guys.
That was good, but I like that presentation. You got that?